CIG decided to drop another rust bucket. Behind the ship, Gray Market's Basher. Why do we keep, bro? Like, where's all the good manufacturers this year? Like, we haven't had any good manufacturers. I'm actually getting pissed at this point. What is this trash bucket?
When we introduced the Gray's Market Shiv last year, it was an interesting time to be able to bring that sort of junker aesthetic into the Star Citizen universe.
It really embodied a style of art called kit bashing and brought it to you guys, the players.
Kit bashing.
You can approach it in different ways than other manufacturers, so you don't need to adhere to all the typical rules.
I like
Rules are there for a reason, to make good-looking ships.
that we get this opportunity to make these ships that aren't pristine and neat and tidy.
Look at disgusting
And
of
to
them.
introduce the new edition from Gray's Market, the Basher.
What in the Mandalorian rust bucket is this? What in the Mandalorian or rust bucket is this, bro? What is this, bro? No, honestly, what is this? Are we for real? What in the Mad Max? They used more Drake parts?
Basher is a light fighter and it prioritizes guns over literally absolutely everything else.
The light fighter is really fun because they're far more maneuverable than the higher fighters in the class.
It's meant for quite close dogfight, especially in close combat ranges.
And this one's particularly well gunned as well, so it's going to give
Bro, that thing looks, nah, that it's not even, bro. How is this legal to fly in the system, bro? Why is this thing even flyable, gang?
you a lot of firepower.
How many guns does it
Six
have?
size 2 weapons and its 2 missile launchers.
Six size 2 weapons.
And whilst they are new weapons, they are not bespoke or unique to the ship. You can swap them with other weapons of the same size. On paper, something like this is a challenge to balance. On the first read, you go six guns, that's a lot. They are size 2, so they're not the most powerful guns in the game, but they are perfectly capable of taking on other fighters and dealing damage. But the big consideration with this ship is the size of it. It is significantly smaller than any of the other light fighters in the game.
Oh, bro, why do they have a crane? They have a literal crane on top of it. What the hell kind of... What is this? What is this design? But it does look really small. Does that mean it has the potential to fit in a lot of like ships? Like it honestly, I feel like because of its size, it could fit in a lot of ships.
Trade-off between being a very small compact fighter, which is very hard to hit, but also it's quite very...
Look, wait, hold on. I'm about to wheel this back. Are we for real? Look at it compared to the Merlin. This can fit in almost any carrier. Look at the size of it compared to the Merlin. Bro, people are gonna be carrying these things like freaking peanut butter, bro. Like, what are we doing, gang? They're gonna put peanuts in a jar. Imagine you carry this in an ironclad.
quite very low durability compared to all other ships in the class. You need to be very aware of your piloting skill, and you need to be very conscious about all the threats surrounding you.
Oh
because
yeah,
as soon
yeah.
as
Oh
you
my
get hit,
goodness. Hold
you're
on. Y'all peep that. Y'all peep that. Yeah. I think that spike over there, like, is that a harpoon launcher? Like, what is this?
all the threats surrounding you, because as soon as you get hit, you're gonna feel it.
Okay.
The overall aesthetic, as with all of our Gray's ships, it's got this really interesting cobbled together aesthetic to it that makes it very different from the rest of our ships.
So the first thing you're really going to notice on the exterior of the Basher is just how big the engines are in comparison to the kind of like the rest of the body.
It looks
We
like
wanted
a
the
alien
cockpit
ship.
and the engines to be sat quite far back, and we kind of wanted this almost sort of like hot roddy kind of feel to the vehicle.
You'll see a lot of parts taken or inspired by other ships in the game, and you'll see a lot of Drake parts, Buccaneer parts. There's a bit of the Gladius in there, there's a bit of the Aurora in there.
There's a bit of the Avenger in there too, isn't there?
The Avenger. Wait. They took a bit of my beautiful Avenger and they put it on this ship. Okay, now we need to have a good word with the Gray's Market. He needs to be banned from Star Citizen. I'm not even at this point. He's gone too far. He took a part of the Avenger. Take the Gladius, take the Buccaneer, take the Aurora, but you took a part of the Avenger and you put it on this trash?
Yeah, there's all sorts in there. And a few other little surprise pieces.
So when you're working on a ship like this that's got so many different things bodged together, the biggest challenge is what we would call resolving forms. Everything is a sharp edge and everything is like an afterthought.
It's
Walk
just
around
Mad
and
Max.
it's a bunch of
It's Mad Max.
stacked bits of metal, barely put together. The weapon rack is just a broken fence, and the personal storage is like a filing cabinet welded into the ship.
What is
If it looks
going on?
bodged, it is. And over everywhere, you're going to see cables, you're going to see bits of metal.
They used metal and ropes. They used metal and ropes to keep this ship intact in space. We're talking about space flight here. They have metal and the ropes.
Bolted on, rust, all that character that we talked about with what makes this manufacturer so special from an artistic standpoint.
The enter and exit animations are sort of a byproduct of how we build our ships. For a lot of ships we use templated animations, so a lot of the touch points that you use and the position your character moves is shared between a lot of ships. Occasionally we do new animations, such as on the wharf. But for this one we used the Merlin enter-exit.
Right, so
we
it's the
couldn't quite
Merlin.
get the character to climb and maneuver over the ship, so we thought, what's a great way that we can integrate this?
This was
There is, bro. He climbs into a hole. He gets into the ship through a hole. Can we actually stop the camp,
where it
bro?
just cut a hole in the wing. Maybe it's from a past explosion or fight. Maybe it's from a ship that they already took and was already damaged.
People are gonna
We
spend
used,
real
like,
money on
bits
this.
of rebar instead of ladders. It's just a fun take on something we've done before.
People are going to spend hard-earned money on this. Nah.
I think the cockpit is probably one of my favourite parts of Basher.
The view is unlike anything else we have in the game.
Someone's kind of built this just out of parts. It's not built to be safe.
I like to think of it as like a rally car.
It doesn't
in
even
sense,
have a
like
fan.
It has this kind of mesh wire that's got holes cut in it, almost like they couldn't find a complete bit of mesh that was going to fit the window.
I just realized, guys, if you get this ship, you can't take your helmet off. There is no window. There is no window stopping the elements from hitting you. If you're in space, there is no oxygen in this thing.
The dashboard on the Basher is very similar to old Drake ships. Everything lights up in different states. So when you turn the ship on, it doesn't just turn on like another ship. There's definitely wiring problems.
What do you mean wiring
It doesn't
problem?
feel like somewhere you would want to be in a crisis, but you know, you're the person driving into the crisis.
The other big defining part of the cockpit kind of experience and cockpit view is obviously the crane.
Why is there a crane?
It makes this so interesting and so
No,
different.
why is
that
there a crane?
It's a real unique piece to the ship.
They give it a
This
mohawk.
lines up perfectly with the reticle, so it helps with aiming.
And then obviously, if you find you're kind of in combat and that's becoming slightly distracting, you know, you can jump into the front camera and get like a real good zoomed in view as well. So on launch, the ship doesn't come with any kind of cosmetic kits other than the crane, which comes as standard, which you're able to kind of remove if you so
Oh,
wish.
you can take off the mohawk. Ah,
But we do
okay.
hope to explore more cosmetic kits. It gives more options to our players for visual upgrades, and I think it's a really kind of nice and exciting thing to be able to do. The paints for the Basher are kind of what you would expect.
Okay, they got graffiti art. Okay. Graffiti art is kind of nice. I like the graffiti
If you're
art.
familiar with the ship's paints.
There's some of the things like the default paints as well as the floral pattern
Okay, that
and
one looks
skull.
nice. I like that one.
What we wanted to try and do with the Grey's Market vehicles is give them quite a strong brand identity on top of the visual style we've already established.
Very happy with this ship. It's been great to see it come to fruition.
You're
I love
happy
it. I
with
think
this.
it's great. I think it's a really, I don't want to say cute, because it's definitely not a cute ship, unique ship.
If you're not in Pyro, I don't want to
Adds
see that.
A new dimension to the combat experience in game, and I think people will have a lot of fun flying this.
Nah. If this ship is outside of Pyro, destroy it. If any of you see this ship outside of Pyro, destroy it. Because what do you mean? At this point, we need a Mad Max planet. We need a planet that's just Mad Max, because that's all these gray ships are. What?
Yeah, I know she said junker instead of jalopy.
I did say junker instead of jalopy intentionally.
Because it is a jungle.
No, I wouldn't call these jalopies. A jalopy to me is a very specific sort of beetle.
You can
I
stop
don't know.
talking.
I feel like jalopy has a negative kind of connotations with it, and I'm not sure I'm on board with that. I think it's more a
A
junker,
piece of trash.
I think, rather than a jalopy.
This is me banging my head on the microphone.
Bro, nah, they're going crazy. CIG, stop the cap. Why did you have to do this? Like, people are gonna have to spend hard-earned money to get that ship. If you spend your hard-earned money to get this ship, something somewhere is wrong, because I don't understand, gang. That was abysmal. I have nothing good to say about that ship. Nothing good.